kind of looks professional. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Three Cups Deep, the podcast where I drink 3 cups of coffee and talk about whatever comes into my head, because I really miss doing stand-up comedy, and this is the closest thing I can get. Right, I don't even know if this is like cocky. I'm like, oh, I can speak for an hour and it'll all be entertaining. Like, no one else is going to watch this apart from my friends. This is for me. Anyway, my stand-up is for me, really. I tell jokes that I think are funny. Like, my favorite joke I've ever written is, I have a video of it as well, put it up here, is why was McDonald's scared of Burger King? Because the KFC. That's it. I find it so funny. It sounds like it should be a joke, but it makes zero sense. And I did a set in Liverpool, crushed it, went so well, ended on that joke. Everyone went, what? Everyone went, what? And I just walked off, and then a pattering of claps. So yeah, I really miss doing that. So I thought I'd come on here, I'd watch some of my favorite videos and laugh and talk about them. Some updates for what I'm going to be doing in the next few weeks. This weekend, I'm doing a video on Bigfoot. I don't know if I should call him Bigfoot Sasquatch. I don't know if that's like calling the Native Americans Indians. Is that like some people do it, but like is pretty offensive. So that's one of the questions, and I've got 3 interviews lined up with people who have met or came across Bigfoot. So that is so exciting. I can't wait to hear that. I've never met someone who's met Bigfoot. Maybe you should do one on aliens as well. I think that would be pretty good. So that is just there's. Oh, I want to tell the story. There's I was thinking about when I was in primary school and stuff over the past few days. I just thought of some notes and it reminded me of it. My lunch in school got stolen twice when I was growing up, and the first one was there was this really picky thief, and I went into my lunch, opened my lunchbox one day. The wrapper was all pulled off, like the cling film was pulled off my sandwiches. It was laying like strewn out across the floor, and there was no chicken left in the inside, right? So this person had went in and just eaten the butter soaked chicken and left the bread. And that's the sort of primary school I went to. A teacher also taught me that the dinosaurs did not die because of the meteor strike, but they went on Noah's Ark and then they came off and couldn't adapt to the habitat. And that's why they died off. A teacher who was paid to educate me actually told me that. So that's it. But the funniest story of someone stealing my lunch. I went in to the cloakroom to get my lunchbox, and lo and behold, my lunch was gone again. And I was heartbroken. I was heartbroken. I went into the classroom and exclaimed, "My lunch has been stolen!" And it must have been a thing. Like, no one else's lunch really got stolen. It was just mine. Um, and we were all going about looking for it. Obviously, we couldn't find it, and I was pretty heartbroken. But then uh, I had prawn cocktail crisps, right? And then the canteen lady, who just went into pure detective mode, um, went into the classroom like we shared a cloakroom, right? So no one in my class would have stolen it, okay? So I was in P6 and we joined the cloakroom with people from P5. And so we were like, it's clearly the people in P5, the wee scrubs. So the dinner lady went in and was like, ah, yeah. My favorite crisps are prawn cocktail. Does anyone have any? And silence, you know. Oh, did anyone have any at break? I can still smell them. And silence. And then voices started. Hey, he had prawn cocktail crisps. His name was Carl. I'll just say it. Carl had prawn cocktail crisps. And Carl, no, no, then. Carl, and they all turned on Carl and started ratting him out. And then, under intense interrogation, he eventually came clean that he had stolen my prawn cocktail crisps and my sandwiches. So I was sitting in my classroom and I was called out, and Carl was in the cloakroom with the principal, and the principal was like, "Oh, do you have something to say to Daniel, Carl?" And I was expecting like sorry or whatever, but in floods of tears, he was like, "You can have my kiwi." So it wasn't like he was like a poor guy. He just didn't like kiwis. So every time I get a kiwi, I always think of that story. Do you want the kiwi? It was like that, you know, when you're like a kid and you can like snot coming down your face. You're properly hyperventilating. Do you want the kiwi? Oh, okay. What's the video I want to talk about? Oh yes, this one. This guy, right? He does Minecraft videos. His name's Fit MC, and he's the most epic voice you'll ever hear in your life. Let me just turn this on. And he does YouTube videos. Let me just play the intro of this so you can kind of get a grasp of what type of YouTuber he is.
The Jesus Donut.
The Jesus Donut. The Jesus Donut. Why? It's such a weird thing to even. Let's here we go.
The Jesus Donut.
The Jesus Donut.
Over a period of 3 months, it took 216 hours to build. Like anything on the...
Someone spent 3 months, 216 hours on building
the Jesus Donut. Over a period of 3 months, it took 216 hours to build. Like anything on...
Look at this, listen to this guy's voice, and he could be like a film, like, this summer, the Jesus Donut.
The oldest anarchy server in Minecraft, though. It faced destruction. This base is a bit unusual, and the story behind it is even more unusual.
So this guy, right, he has this Minecraft server. Basically what that is like online. So you go onto this Minecraft map and you can build whatever you want, but you can't like protect it, so it could get destroyed. So this guy went onto this server and built a statue of Jesus and put a donut around it, and it took him 3 months. And then do you know what he did when he finished it? He just destroyed it. He just destroyed it. That's what he did. Let's watch a bit more.
After it was built, the coordinates were leaked and the base was griefed. But who leaked the coordinates and who griefed it? Well, the builder did.
That's how he walks. I bet that Minecraft character walks constantly with the, what's that song? Definitely isn't what I just sang. What the fuck was that? No one is listening. No one would recognize. Oh, he looks like, the like deal with it. He looks like that meme. What a legend.
It's a very strange story to a very strange build, but that's what 2B2T is all about. Today I'll be telling you the story behind the Jesus Donut.
The Jesus Donut. How is he saying the Jesus Donut with a straight face? The Jesus Donut. One of the comments. The Buddhist tradition involves creating a painting, usually a mandala, made from colored sand and destroying it in a ritual that symbolizes impermanent nature of life. That's beautiful.
The Jesus Donut.
This is what this first podcast is going to be. The whole of it.
The Jesus Donut.
That's it.
Over.
I made a really bad TikTok with that. It's like me, right? It's me. Like it says me, and it is also me in bed, right? I'm lying there, and I'm really tired, and I'm like, oh, this is the last video. Watching the video. Looks and recommended.
The Jesus Donut.
I have no idea how long this podcast is going to be. It's 12 minutes in now. I could just do a whole podcast on the single soundbite of someone just saying the Jesus Donut, but I don't know. Would people listen? Like, let's be honest, no one is listening to this. If you've made it this far, comment Jesus Donut in the comment section below. So yeah, I've been coming up with like a lot of like different stand-up stuff I've been trying to write during this time as well. I've been working on this play. I've been working on this play for like 2 years. When I say I've been working on it for 2 years, like that sounds like it's like ciphering over it, like going back over it. No, I've had the idea for 2 years and have strung together a loose narrative, but that's it. But it's about dementia. Hilarious, I know. No, it's not a comedy. See, I'm serious as well. I can be serious. I'm not just a man who's losing his hair far too young. And I'm not look at the size of these nipples. Whoa! You can feel this coffee now. It's like crack. It's like crack in lockdown. We've barely been drinking, not done anything else. So as soon as the caffeine hits, we're off to the races. Okay. What was I talking about? Yes, dementia. Ironic. I know. Comedy. See that? That's a soundbite in itself. That is a highlight of the first podcast. Me forgetting something. Me forgetting mid-sentence that I'm talking about dementia. Oh yeah, I also came across this. There's I have no idea. This is just interesting to me. And once again, this podcast is not for you. It's for me. If you want to listen to it, Sips coffee. Right. This is Odd Job from the old James Bond movies.
A cough can stand the upper hand.
he does an ad for a cough syrup, but it's like codeine. It is just codeine. And it's him just walking about coughing and just destroying the neighborhood. Nobody cares. Nobody cares at all what I was talking about. Dementia. Get back on track. Right, dementia. Man plays. The autofill, I typed in dementia man plays Fortnite. No. Piano. There we go. Right, where is this? There's all these amazing videos. I mean, this is amazing. And look how happy he is. So it's like these old people, like dementia, have dementia and stuff, but when they get older, since they were like musicians, it's like completely in them that they can do all, they can like play just music from back in the day. Like, and I was thinking, when I get dementia, evidence clearly shows I will be getting dementia, probably in a week. Let's be honest. I'll be getting it in a week, but what will be like my thing that like people will be like, oh, Daniel, they won't be able to hand me a keyboard, because if they hand me it, I'll just be like, DJ! They'll be like, play some music, go, DJ! You know, the sax noise one. When a teacher used to go out of the room in music in first year, teacher walked out, the whole room in unison, 30 people, DJ! That's what it would be. Someone hands me a keyboard when I'm 90. DJ! Just that DJ is so iconic. It was always the kid with like ADHD. Hadn't taken his tablets that day, just in the corner of the room. The teacher's trying to teach us how to do like chopsticks or something. And then DJ! So who was that? And everyone just turns and looks at the ADHD kid and he's like, it wasn't me. No, do you know what people would do? If I was, they'd hand me like an Xbox controller. That's most likely what would happen. And I'll be playing like UFC. And I'll be like ducking and dodging, beating people online. Just like, This is my dad. He's so inspiring. He's 95. He has dementia. And he's still kicking the shit out of 12-year-olds on UFC. No, they'd hand me an Xbox controller and they'd be like, what game do you want to play? GTA. They put in like GTA, just get in my car, instantly drive and go like, fuck the prostitutes. He's so inspiring. He can still play his Xbox. Like, this place is not secluded enough. That's what I'd always say. This place is not secluded enough. And I'd have done like the money glitches, so I have like unlimited money. So I'll just be like 1 million blowjobs. He's so inspiring, just like teabagging people with a riot shield. Speaking of dementia, my favourite Instagram page is by Anthony Hopkins. The legend Anthony Hopkins. When you get to this level of legendary status, I don't think you can just be insane and everyone will be like, that's just him. But you think he's insane, but he just did the 2 popes, and apparently that's amazing. I haven't watched it, obviously. The Two Popes. I mean, that sounds like such like I enjoy watching films, and when you saw it's Oscar nominated, I love watching all the Oscar films. But the Two Popes, oh, that just sounds like such a heavy, heavy film. Like who would want to watch that? Right, here we go. Oh no, I want to watch this first. Advert. This podcast is sponsored by no one, obviously. And it never will be. It never will be. I'm going to get myself cancelled in 3 podcasts. I just know it. I'm looking at like my notes and I'm like, oh, what bits do I want to like talk about at some point? And I'm like, do not talk about black people, transgender people, gay people, right? Just for the first one. You know, we don't want to get cancelled. But I look at my notes and that's all it is. Oh! It's all it is. Right, let's watch this video.
But this was gigantic. This is the first time a drag queen has ever been put on the a drag queen.
A drag queen.
Oh no.
Jimmy Fallon's just speaking of getting cancelled. A drag queen.
A drag queen.
He's just sitting there.
I am the queen of drag.
Oh! Oh! Right, Anthony Hopkins. What we're asked. Oh no. You know, I'm trying to watch this video of Anthony Hopkins and then Beetlejuice enjoys some Sicilian pizza. That's amazing, but yeah. Right, here we go. No! Keep the struggle, keep it in. There's no cuts in this podcast. Right, here we go. This is Anthony Hopkins listening to some trash metal. Thrash metal. Trash metal! He literally turns it into a hamster. The best part about this video is you can hear him panting as he jumps about his room to thrash metal. This is Sir Anthony Hopkins, one of the most talented actors of all time. Imagine you're walking past, you don't hear the music, Anthony Hopkins' house, you just look into his window, because everyone does that. If you live on a ground floor like house beside the street, I'm walking past and looking in your window. Don't care what's happening. My favourite thing to do is see what they're watching on TV and completely judge them. Or look at their sofa and think, floral sofa in 2020. Huh. Such a bastard. Yeah, but you're just walking past, you look in, Anthony Hopkins just going. And you can hear him panting. Just listen to him panting. So yeah, let's have a look at his Instagram. So that's one of his Instagram stories. Where's the one? This is one of my favourite videos on the internet. Once he captioned it. Beautiful day here in London. That's it. Right, let's break this down. Anthony Hopkins is walking in London. Says, film me. Put it in slow motion. Put some music over it. And put it on Instagram. 384,000 views. What are the comments? Everyone's just in love with him. They're like, this. You know that emoji? This. Anthony Hopkins walking down the street. This. Let's look else. What else he has to? He is insane. He is absolutely insane. Let's have a look at this.
Ah, sweet mystery of life, at last I found you. Have a nice day. We're gonna be the star.
See, that could easily be him quoting something. I don't have a fucking clue what he's doing.
Ah, sweet mystery of life, at last I found you. Have a nice day. We're gonna be the star.
Like, if you saw that man standing on the street corner and he did that, you would think he's like the local crazy person.
Ah, sweet.
He needs to be shipped away. Take that man away from me. If he did that, I would be, get this man away. What's this now?
Ho, ho, ho! Merry, Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, ho! Happy New Year! Ho! Ho!
I don't even like. I'm trying to be like, oh, I need to say something funny. You know, I need to add to this. But I don't know what to add.
Yeah, I just want to say Happy Halloween.
What?
Happy Halloween to all of you. And have a good time.
That's it. Anthony Hopkins, everyone. Anthony Hopkins, Oscar winner, legend, acting royalty, Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Ah, sweet mystery of life, at last I found you. Have a nice day.
Sir Anthony Hopkins, thank you for joining us. And here he is walking off. What else? I'm just going to go through my favourite videos. Because why not? Oh yes, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. Okay. This is Jacob Collier, if you don't know him. He's he's very talented. He is. But he's also trying to think of a description that isn't going to offend. He's very unique. It's very unique, let's say that. He's a very deep voice, but he put this on Instagram. And it's called My Silent Collection. It's him improvising, throwing ideas out. He's written all this down. Okay, so these are potential song lyrics, you know, poetry, just things. So this is a serious musician talking about his silence collection.
This is all the different kinds of silence that I'm thought of at this moment.
These are all the different kinds of silence. These are all the different types of silence that I thought of in this moment. These are all the types of silence that I thought of in this moment.
Blinks, mornings, evenings, musical rests, knocks on wood, secret joinings of hands, cusps, whiskers, clocks in empty houses, stirring of gravy, wind chime.
So I'm kind of like, yeah, go along with it. No.
Stirring of gravy. Stirring of gravy.
Shop, wishes, putting soap next to the bed.
What does that even mean? Putting soap next to the bed? Who puts... What is it? I'm just picturing like him plonking a bar of soap beside him.
Of an old, sleeping, blind, crinkly, wonderful. Newly found lost objects in empty bedroom. Companionship in mind. Sealing an envelope. Gratitude. Ice. Stripper's wallet.
Silence. Stripper's wallet.
Nets in the night on the side. Cookie. Consideration. Before a corral. Spine of checkbook with all used and torn away. Between the hands of girl praying storm may pass. Unhatched bird in egg. Blanket over daughter.
Unhatched bird in egg. These are all my different types of silence. Cat. Empty yogurt pot. Coffee, not yet. Ground. Boiling water. Cold water. The night turning into day. My foot with no sock on it.
Penny spent on iron brew, now in park.
Penny spent on iron brew, now in park.
It's a good price for an iron brew.
Between glances with the girl. In cafe afternoon. Kangaroo pouch. This is all...
Kangaroo pouch. That's how I ended there. So, yeah, that's Jacob Collier talking out of his arse. I feel like this guy all the time, right? This guy I'm about to show you. I am incredibly confident in myself when I don't think I should be. I am nowhere as near as attractive as I think, but you know what? I don't care. You know the way people are like, you know, she's out of your league or whatever. I'm like, how do I know? You know, and people are, this is what I'm like. Okay, so let's play this guy.
Well, I ain't first class, but I ain't white trash. I'm wild and a little crazy too. Some girls don't like boys like me, but some girls do.
Oh! The tongue! The tongue! No one has ever done this.
And it's like enticed any woman or man. Well, maybe a man. I swear, girls can do anything and guys will find it attractive, to be honest. Like, guys like girls who like shit themselves, no. And they're like, oh. Like, if I went like this to a girl, say I'm like with a girl and I'm trying to, you know, get in the mood, you know, and I went, she'd be like, what the fuck that was that? But the other way around, if a girl was like, a guy's like, she's into this, yeah, and you'll just go along with it. Fair play. Like, he is exactly like me. He is such a high confidence in himself. He's definitely, you know, the way you just look at someone and you think he is definitely peered. He has a painting, right, in his bathroom, and it has two eyes in it, right, and they're both poked out. Behind it, the wall carves a wee two holes in the wall. He sits in like the closet beside the bathroom, puts his eyes against it, and he can see into the bathroom. He's just sitting there like this.
Well, I ain't first class, but I ain't white trash. I'm wild and a little crazy too. Some girls don't like boys like me.
His cousin's just sitting there. His cousin's just at the toilet. What's that noise? What's that? You can just hear it faintly. You can just hear it. What's that? What's that? You just see It's like in Harry Potter, you know, the paintings that are alive. It's just like just staring at her. That was quite dark, wasn't it? Okay, we talk about whatever we want in this podcast, cause it's mine. This is the third cup down. Ugh, I am sweating. That has. Oh, I wonder how many cups of coffee you can like drink. Remember when you didn't know the answer to something and your first thought was to, I'm going to ask Jeeves. Remember Ask Jeeves? And he never knew it. He never knew what you were looking for. Is Ask Jeeves still a thing? Right. Ask Jeeves. No. What? Ask Jeeves is gone. Ask Jeeves is gone. That's awful. But what was like? He was like a yes, this is him. This is a throwback. When you had any question, you went on Ask Jeeves, and you typed in any question, and he came up with like 7 different articles, and they were all really not helpful. Ask Jeeves, look at him. This is a throwback. Okay, so this is a R.I.P. Ask Jeeves. That's crazy. Like derelict thing. Like, remember Tumblr? Tumblr. That's like Ask Jeeves. Right. We're actually at 37 minutes. What have I been talking about? Okay, let's look. Let's get to the point. No one is listening now, so we can get a bit more edgy. We can say whatever we want. All right. Let's have a look at my. Yes. Okay. Accents. Okay. I can do an impression of a white person. Oh, I'm kind of scared now. Everyone who like knows me sitting at home now is just like, what you gonna say? I don't even know what I'm gonna say. No, I think. Oh, yeah, I think actually I'll not say that. Wild people that go on Virgin.
Over a period of 3 months, the Jesus Donut.
Link it back to something that I thought was funny. When I'm talking a load of rubbish, just link it back. This will always be funny.
The Jesus Donut.
Just link it back. Right. I actually need to stay on track. I'm like, I'll just talk about something else. I'm like, no, you're not that funny. You've never done a podcast before. I'm like, the podcasts, they make it look easy. Just talking about stuff off the top of the head. No! It's difficult. What I'm doing currently is hard. Watching YouTube videos and talking about it. My favourite thing is, it's so funny just thinking back to when I was in school. The funniest stuff happened in school. There was this guy, right? His name was David. And this is how creative everyone is in school. And this would have irritated me so much looking back. And I completely sympathise with him. But we were like, we're not doing anything. Right? His name was David. And say someone asked a question, who invented the light bulb? Everyone in the class would just go, David. And we would piss ourselves, and David was just sitting there. Oh, wait. David. You would just walk past him, and he'd just go, David. And I remember our head of year came in to our classroom, and he was like, "Yous all have been bullying this boy, and I'm not going to say his name." We all whispered, "David." We were like, "We're just saying his name. We're not doing anything wrong. We're just saying his name." Such bastards. Well, I've finished my cup of coffee. Should this just be the end of my first podcast? Should it? Let me see if I had anything else. Oh no, we're end. Oh, do I want to save that? Oh, that's a great video. Right, what are we at? 42 minutes. If you're still listening, drop a David in the comments. David. David. I would say it like that. David. 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 What? Who was the first president of the United States? David. That was it. That was the joke. That's all you needed. I had so many friendships with people which was just really specific inside jokes that no one else got. Okay, we will end it with this. Sponsored by. This video is sponsored by nobody. This is coming this summer. Right. This is 4 midgets relay race against the camel. Is midget offensive? It's just the title of the video. Well, it was uploaded in 2008. 2008? This is so early on in YouTube. Whoever uploaded this, I want to meet them. They clearly have such a good sense of humor. The description is, what description do you need? The title says it all. It's pretty amazing. Let's go. 4 midgets relay race a camel. That's how you know it's such a good video. When they saw it on the TV and were like, obviously you had no way to record it, so you just have your phone up against. Oh, that has just reminded me, before I get into this, I used to play Call of Duty and with my friend, and we would be on split screen, and we would set up our camera and record the TV of us playing Call of Duty. And I was terrible. I was absolutely terrible at it. But we would not go on to do well. We'd go on to troll. Remember troll? And we would set up our mic, right? We'd set down our mic, put his phone against it and play, you know, the guy. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la. You know that guy? We would just play that down the mic. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la. And we would like jump in front of our teammates and stuff and like shoot our guns, give away their positions and all. And the amount of death threats I got was incredible. When you got death threats playing a game of Call of Duty, that was the best. Those were the days, getting death threats. Anyway, 4 midgets relay race a camel. Here we go. I'm so excited for you because if you haven't seen this video, I have seen this maybe 20 times. I know it beat for beat. I'm going to let it play through in the entirety and you can watch and enjoy. So many ups and downs. Here we go. Here he goes. So the midget's miles in front. Great handoff. Oh. Here he goes. Oh no. Oh no. Keep the struggle. Keep the struggle. My setup for this is my phone on top of some books. So here we go. Ready? 24 seconds. Let's go. the camel. Okay, here we go. Oh. Oh, the camel has smoked him. The camel has smoked him. And watch this, watch this. Oh, it's so bad, it's so bad. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Look at the pace of him. Look at him go. He's like, photo finish. He can barely stop himself, he's going that fast. We'll give it to Team Man. Brilliant. There's his coach. He has a dwarf coach as well. Oh, it's amazing. Incredible. Man, I'm so proud of how to me that guy is clearly like an athlete. That dwarf is clearly very fast for a human, never mind someone who's half the size of a normal human. And he's very talented at what he does, and this is his dad, his coach, and he's like, yeah, I'm so proud of you. But then you realise he's racing a camel. He's racing a camel. Brilliant. I was like, I'll land on this story. 48 minutes. Oh! I've been talking for 48 minutes. Oh! Right. I'll land on this story. I used to did cross country. I entered myself into the cross country like races, and I always thought it would be funny because Mo Farah did this, and I was like, Mccreanor, I'll do it. And I would like do the first lap, fine, and then I would be like 25 minutes behind the last person, and they'd be like getting ready for like the next race on sports day, and I'd come, my corpse would be dragging around the corner, like throwing up. I would always like throw up mid-race, just come round, and then I would be like, oh, it'll be funny because I was an attention-seeking, egotistical little bastard. What has changed? I would just come round the corner. No one cared. No one cared. And that's it. I think I'll end it there. This podcast was brought to you by 3 books holding up my phone. Thank you very much. The nail just fell out of the wall. Thank you.